I'm Christopher, the Midwest Man Mountain, and I believe that woodworking and gardening are two of the best ways to be sustainable, creative, and achieve a sense of purpose. Thank you for watching.
Hello friends and good evening. It is Sunday, May 28th, 2017, and the garden is in. Let's go for a tour. So right off the bat, this is the final size that I ever want the garden to be. It is 36 feet by 36 feet. That is 1,264 square feet of goodness. Let's start on this end. So you'll notice these droopy-leaved raspberries. I just transplanted them from the raspberries in the back, which we'll see in a moment, all along here. I doubt we'll get anything from these this year, maybe a handful of berries. But next year, they're going to be as thick as the stuff in the back. It's ridiculous. In between these 6 plants here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are ground cherries. I planted 12 last year. It was way too many, and I had them overcrowded. So I gave them full sun, and I did half as many. These walking onions, I need to move. I'm thinking of putting them in a half barrel and making them mobile and maybe putting them at the end. I don't know, though. What do you think? Strawberries we'll take a look at in a moment, but look at the gooseberry bush. That looks terrific this year. I'll zoom into that in a moment too. The blueberries that used to be right here did not survive. I didn't manage my pH properly, so they died. Alas. Here's the rhubarb. Both of them are just terrific. I cut off the flower on this side, so this is ready to be split this year. Isn't that the old anecdote? When it goes to flower, it's ready to be split. Raspberries, of course, are looking fantastic. I just thinned them out in the back. Here you can take a look. You can still see some of the holes. These were all the way to my nice neighbor's fence. Pulled them out, and they ended up going over yonder. Just got done with the fence, actually, moments ago. So we put in fence all around it. So I need your help. Let me know if you've done anything like this before. For my fence, I really have to just keep rabbits and gophers out. Mostly rabbits. So I bent it like this, so it's harder for a bunny to get underneath. And then on the inside, I'm thinking of something maybe 6 or 8 feet tall, like a solid plastic or a piece of wood that I can bury in the dirt to deter animals from entering even more. I'm going to give something a try, but if you want to weigh in, I welcome your suggestions. And the gooseberries. Pretty cool. They're sharp. Big sharp thorns. Raspberry, oh, sorry, just kidding. Other berries. Strawberries. Not in straw. Oh no! Look at that. Look at that. Ta-da! Perfect time in Wisconsin. So on to all the other stuff that I planted. Where to start? Why not at the front? I had some extra space, so watermelon. Got a lot of room to grow. I've done watermelon before. Tons of fun. Those of you who followed me last year will recognize these bean trellises. My 2 giant rows of beans, I did all green here, half purple and half wax. This fun section, okay, so I completely went against the plans that I had made this winter time, kind of on a whim. I decided to do proper spacing, just space them out even farther because I know how much they spread. And go in rows, so I can walk like down this row. I can probably step between them as opposed to clusters. First 2 rows are cauliflowers. We've been doing a lot of cauliflower cooking lately, so grow what you like to eat. Then we've got Brussels sprouts and celery. I tried celery this year. We'll see how that turns out. Here are the leafy greens, less than last year. Just lettuce in the front. Swiss chard right here, and this chunk of kale ended up surviving over the winter in the garden, so I rewarded it by transplanting it. It's a good reward, eh? Peppers here. We've got green peppers, red peppers, and a jalapeno pepper. I think the jalapeno's at the end, and these are all red. Bridget loves peppers. That's why we plant so many. I planted them in the shade last year and too close together, and it was so disappointing. So they're getting full sun this year, much more space, and should be a lot better. Tried 3 little things of sweet potatoes in a hillage. We'll see how all that works. I intend to keep hilling as appropriate. where appropriate. Then we got 4 widely spaced things. These are all gourds. Trial this year. I've never grown any of these. So we've got spaghetti squash, ornamental gourd, you know, like for decorating around the harvest. Butternut squash. No, just kidding. This is a orange pumpkin, and then butternut squash. And I know they're gonna fill out this whole space, which is great. I can have my nice little row of cedar here to walk around them. I want them to spread out. That's why I gave them the room. Hey, recognize that? That's been in a ton of videos, and wouldn't you know, I've been using it pretty much every single day. Over in this corner, this is an old railroad tine, in case anyone's wondering. They were all, oh man, I should do a video on the history of this space. Used to be railroad tines all the way up here. The last person who owned this piece of property was used the space differently. So, but this was the hardest one to get out because it goes underneath my fence. You can kind of see it going underneath the fence. So instead of chainsawing it and hacking it, I just left it. So it's an homage, if you will. Eggplant, no, just kidding. Zucchini, zucchini, eggplant, eggplant. Tomato, tomato, cherry tomato. Tomato, 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 tomato. I'm not a giant tomato person, guys. I don't even know the species. These are big and red like my fist. These are big and red like my fist. These are small and red like the tip of my thumb. Ta-da! And last but never least, the ever-present cucumber trellis. Instead of doing hills, I did a mound, and I planted a ton of them. They're pickling cucumbers, I can tell you that, because we're going to be doing that a lot better this year. You know, I talk way too much about raspberries, but I just love them. All of this started from one plant 4 years ago, no bigger than like this. That's it. So, the power of nature and good planning. So, there you have it. This is going to grow and grow and grow, and I love my rows. So let me know, do you plant in rows? Do you clump them? What do you think about the spacing I did this year? I've learned over 4 years finally to give myself proper space, not to crowd the plants, and I think I did just that. Do you think I did? Let me know in the comment section. Let's see if you can see me. This is lots of fun. I tried my first live stream a little while ago while I was planting this, and my camera was locked in portrait mode. Sorry guys. It was still lots of fun. Thanks for anybody who joined me for any little section of that. Always good to experiment with things. So get out in the garden. Hope you're having a wonderful springtime. This was a late planting for us up here in Wisconsin, but I still beat 80% of the people to the punch. So yeah, take care. If you're new, I welcome you to subscribe. Lots of gardening videos ahead. And until next time, bye.